Hi everybody, this is Rose with Sharon, and I'm back again with another anime special review. I finally was able to see the Wonder Egg Priority Special, and it's a recapitulation of what we've come to understand during the run of the series itself, and it's really quite mind-boggling, and realizing just the whole theory and idea of time itself and what would disrupt the space-time continuum and parallel universes. And we're really getting into metaphysics here and quantum mechanics and quantum physics, which I absolutely love. But the topic itself really plays with your mind and your perception and what we understand as time. But time is relative as far as I'm concerned, because I never really take much credence in it. I never have. I've never really had an understanding for it. I know it exists. I know that we measure our days by it, but as far as I'm concerned, time means nothing. But it's so interesting that they delve deep into this, as well as just so many psychological aspects, and a lot of the repeated moments, especially the sad ones, are still very difficult to watch. And I cried. I really did. I cried. And oftentimes I do when I watch anime. It's not out of the ordinary for me to weep like a baby. But with the ending the way it is and how they ended it, I think they left it open. I had done some reading. Actually, I saw a video about Wonder Egg getting a proper release, and I thought, well, the ending itself leads the series to actually maybe have a spin-off, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, there's so much to uncover and discover just about the series alone, and just the whole idea of what they present us. And I'm not going to say what it is, but it's the concept is just absolutely fantastic. It's nothing that hasn't been done before, but it's done in such a way that it's different and unique. And of course, it's also horror. So you think, at the first, you don't really think, oh, this is not horror. And then it just comes hard. It really does. And it's a great horror. It's psychological horror, but it plays upon that whole idea of what would you do to get somebody back, sort of idea. What would you do for friendship? What would you do for somebody you loved? What would you do to have acceptance in your life? There are just so many different themes that I think, as an anime enthusiast, that we can all relate to. And the ending, so-called ending, I don't think it's an ending. I think it is an opening. I think it is a beginning, just due to the fact of how I thought, no, this is open-ended. And maybe the creators will realize they have a fan base. I am part of that fan base. I love these characters. It's absolutely fascinating. This is the sort of thing that I would play for a psychology class, because it's just so rife with information. And it's just beautiful. Just looking at it is absolutely gorgeous. The music is phenomenal. The characters, their interplay, how they interact, the personality types, and you can see how there is a kind of hierarchy, I guess to say, and then the whole idea of AI and the play on words. And it is the Japanese are so good at this. They really love their puns, and it's brilliant. It really is. I hope that they decide to make another series based off of it because of how they ended it. But if they don't, then I'm actually satisfied with the ending, because as a viewer, you can think of many probable and possible endings for Ai and her friends, especially where one is concerned. That I will not mention what happened in this case, because, like I said, open-ended. But that's all I have to say about Wonder Egg Priority Special, and it was absolutely terrific. I highly recommend it if you've seen the series. There's only one filler episode, which was, it served as more of just a recap of everything, which sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. In the case of Wonder Egg, I thought it was just not really necessary. It could have been something else, but it actually was helpful because I guess in some aspects, a lot of information is presented to us in a very short amount of time. So the episode was necessary. This episode was also less so filler than it was just letting us know of the journey for all the characters, their growth. And I love that. It is the whole slice of life mixed in with the, I guess you could say, isekai, which is fantasy element. And it plays out kind of like a video game. Yeah, I guess you could say this is more like a video game in the way that everything